Well, good morning, good day, good everything, everybody. Welcome to my show. We are one here at I forgot what we're doing Game Haven for this weekend, and I have a group of adventurers, and they'll talk here in a minute. But I just want to say thank you all for enjoying this wonderful weekend of Game Haven, and I'll start with. I'm not even sure how we're doing the blocks or however the blocks are set up. So
Oh, don't start with me. Just pick somebody.
so I guess we'll start with at least according to my layout. We'll start with Alex. Go ahead and start.
Hi, I am going to be playing Seminar Amphiore, a Sea Elf rogue, and I am uh, particularly keen on getting folks in for blood drives. We've been working with my company Jam City and some other folks to get people in around LA, and it's important as everyone is aware. So if you can sign up and coordinate with organizations that are sponsoring those drives and donations.
Thanks. All right,
Who do you say you're with in LA again?
you're muted.
Jam City.
Jam City.
Cool. All right. Well, Matt, since you spoke up, you can go next.
Oh, cool. Matt, I do stuff on Impact RPG, mostly stuff like this, playing games for charity. And I'm here in Jasper's game, well, this week, uh, starting later tonight and going till Thursday. I'll have a bunch of games in that, so that's really good cause. Check that out. Just watch, donate, whatever. And I'm happy to be here at the Game Haven weekend. I was just in chat. That was me.
Cool. Anybody want to volunteer for next?
Wait. Did you say something about your character?
Oh yeah. Bring up your characters. Thank you.
I'm Levi Yeti Cooler. I'm a Levistus Tiefling, and I'm just blue, really icy and cold and chilly looking. Um, and I'm just too cool too. It's way too cool for everybody. But you guys,
I. Okay, I can go next. I
Sure.
think I am done twiddling with things for now. I am Poonicorn. I am playing Martha. I will remember her accent when I need to. It's very early for me on a Saturday right now. Martha is a paladin. Um, she likes to hit things. She's very sweet, not bright. Oh, and I'm playing in a couple games for Jasper's Game Week, so yay! Check that out too this coming week. Martha, yes. Hello,
I would have
Martha.
tried to get you in my game.
Oh, hello. Sure, that's what we're going with.
All right. Who's next?
I'll go next. Um, Hello everyone. My name is Unika. Everyone calls me Pi, so you can call me Pi since we're all friends now and you now know my name. I play with Dicey Amazons. We stream our D&D session every other Sunday. So we have our next session coming up tomorrow, 11:30 Central Standard Time. Yeah, it's gonna be a great episode. I also do gameplay streaming with the Division and Warframe, and any new games that might come into my field of view on Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm playing Fiona. She is a Fear Blord. Am I saying that right? I've never heard it said out loud.
Your blog.
Furblog. Okay,
Furbolg.
it was one of those two.
It's close.
Okay.
It's a D&D word.
Wait, yeah,
we'll
figure it out.
Beyond
All words are made up.
True. Also, my name is Unika. So, like, you know what? Like, what's a name? You know, I'm a druid. I have a familiar. Uh, his name is Walter. He's pretty cool. We just hang out in the woods all day long, and yeah, let's do this.
All right. So we got one left.
Yes. Hello, my name is Mike. I am with the Long Island Tabletop Expo. So we do expos on the Long Island, New York area. We were actually, unfortunately, due to COVID, though, we had our first ever standalone expo canceled, but we went digital, and we're planning on doing another one in soon. And then we're going to be assisting with our good old friends at the Long Island Retro Video Game Expo in August. So I mostly play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm getting into some other RPG games such as Blood Bowl, and actually had a good time playing Mask over the past weekend, and a nice Scooby Doo too. So I want to probably get more into those games. I am playing a turtle fighter. Sorry, his name is Bison.
All right.
And hold
And
on.
everyone, I am the one lovely and wonderful DM named Chris, coming out of the wonderful state of Montana. I run my own nonprofit called Badlands D&D, trying to bring, the role playing goodness to everybody out here in the big old state of Montana and the surrounding area. So it's a worthwhile cause because there's not much role playing out here, and I'm fixing that slowly and surely. So anyway, let's get this thing started, shall we?
That's how you say it.
Oh, there we go.
Thanks, D&D.
Oh,
Thanks, Matt. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Guest appearance by D&D Beyond. Thank you.
Oh, that was Matt Mercer. Matt Mercer's here for just a second.
Yeah, just for a half a second.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah. All right. So we are currently playing a fun little game with our lovely adventurers. You guys have been not ordered, but commandeered / ordered to follow a ship. You've been on this ship for a few weeks as you have been paid / ordered / however you want to say it, to make sure this cargo makes its way through to its new destination. And most of the time it's been a easygoing trip. Nothing too crazy has been going on. It's been you don't know why you've been on this boat. It's been smooth sailing. You made it into a small little port town, which was just for a couple of days to restock, refit, and head on up to the next town where the delivery is supposed to be going off. When you pulled into town, it's the middle of summer. It's like I said, a small rinky-dink port town. You're only supposed to be there for 2 days tops for refitting, and the captain says that hey, we're only gonna be here for a couple of days, and you'll be right back going on. But you noticed as you pulled into port that for a summer day, that it was awful chilly in this port town. As the night came through, the chill in the air got deeper, and as the morning came, there started to be an ice flow that started to block off the port. At the beginning of the port, as the next day progressed, the ice flow and the whole town started to get colder, and before anybody else could do anything, the whole town started to freeze and the water itself froze. So as things have progressed, you are now 2 weeks in this town. The whole bay has frozen solid. No one has been able to leave through the waterway. The town itself has pretty much been locked down with very little travel out through the waterway. People have been able to leave on cart and horse or foot. They have sent other adventurers that were in town around to try to find out what's going on. In the plains area, there's not a whole lot of traffic coming back from the mountain range, and there's not a whole lot of traffic back from underground in the different layers underneath the town. But at this point, the captain has been a little miffed because he's now late to deliver his cargo, and the guards that are guarding said cargo that were there based on your patron has they are starting to get testy, and they want to leave as soon as possible. So the captain has come to you and has said, either the last he hasn't really a couple of times he's made the comment that we need to get on this, get something done and getting out of the way. Have you, the question now to the party, would you like to have this discussion either on the boat or at one of the inns with the captain?
Is this boat sketchy, or is it like just a normal merchant trading?
It's a more of a swift flying or swift delivery boat. So it's a well kept ship. It seems to be, for how light the cargo is, it doesn't seem to be carrying a whole lot. As you guys have been on the boat for 2 weeks prior to coming into Port Town, it is a well kept, well manicured boat. The crew is well maintained and seems to be very loyal to the captain.
He's here. Everything seems legit and not pirates. All right.
Right. Yeah. As far as you can tell,
Yeah.
the captain itself, you've not dealt too much with the captain. You've had very little interaction with the captain or the crew, more or less, unless you had liked to had interaction with them. But that's up to you.
I would like to not be on boat. It makes my stomach green.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, we've been on this boat for like weeks now, so I need some fresh air. Walter needs to stretch his wings.
Would like shower maybe.
Okay, so I would guess that you guys have been staying at one of the small inns at this town. At that point, then we'll say that you've been spending most of your time at the inn, the Sloshing Bucket. So as you've been staying at the inn, it's been, again, you've seen lots of, I mean, they're at the point now where they've been burning furniture to keep warm.
Okay.
That is not sustainable.
Well, given that it's summertime, I doubt they intended to have much in the way of their winter wood stocks already gathered.
Yeah, they probably, were preparing for much warmer weather, not this cold front that's coming through. Even I'm cold and I'm a turtle, so I'm like trying to hide into my shell as much as possible to keep warm. So
I will cuddle you.
Poor little cold-blooded guy.
So, who else has been staying at the inn? Because I figure Seminar's actually gotten along well with the captain and the sailors, being a sailor himself, but his curiosity is why he's with the rest of the crew in the Sloshing Bucket, and he's probably been trying to chat to some of the folks in the tavern.
Sure. So out of the crew, you've had a couple of the upper crewmates that have stayed. Obviously, the captain's still on board of his ship, but so you have Shar, the navigator, has stayed on the in with this at the Sloshing Bucket. You also have Cookie, the cook, has decided to spend more of his time at the inn than on the boat. And let's see, who else would be at the boat with you guys? Probably Zetsu would have also be at the Sloshing Bucket with you as well. Zetsu is the first mate.
And now there are pictures.
Yes.
Is all of the foliage gone too as well? Like it has it gone from like should be summer to actually winter?
Yes. It's so cold that, I mean, it's like a flash freeze, and in almost less than 72 hours, it has gone from a normal spring summer day to cold, freezing cold.
It did this when we arrived.
Shortly after you arrived, so you guys pulled in, and you had no problems coming in, and then when you guys pulled in, you guys noticed that it was cold when you pulled in and docked to start getting your guys' supplies. It was colder than normal for a spring summer day, and then overnight you started seeing flows of ice on the bay, and then as evening came that day, the bay started to freeze up.
Okay, so Fiona is definitely put off by this. As a druid, like she's looking forward to summer and foliage and like the sun and Walter being able to do his thing. Can I cast detect magic?
Sure.
I'm going to have my hood up and try and hide all my really icy, creepy tiefling features, and just keep my fuzzy hood up and hope nobody accuses me of anything.
Okay.
You want me stand in front of you?
Yeah, I didn't do this. Maybe I was a little too on the nose here, picking Levi.
I am big.
All right, Alex, or I should say, is it Sforza?
Senator,
who would you like to speak with?
So, I guess the folks, like the cook is probably talking to some of the tavern staff, right? Like, and so I'll ask, like, do you know anything about any new folks who arrived in town besides us in the last few days?
So you see Cookie talking to one of the tavern folk, and Cookie leans over and goes, "Hey, there's not much news about anything that I've been able to find out, and they're down to the point now where they're cooking with donkeys. So if you don't want to talk about donkey meat, you probably don't want to talk about what you're having for supper tonight."
I won't think about it too much.
You do hear from one of the little beggars that are sitting there with the cook staff and that are just asking for work. You hear, "Sir, there's been talk about a little the boys down over at the one of the taverns or the stables said that the guys that were coming back from the mountains barely made it back. I don't know if that helps anything."
Well, that's at least a little interesting. Although I do want to stick around for the donkey meat. That does sound quite interesting. As a sea elf, I'm just kind of like, I don't think I've ever gotten a chance to eat donkey, and like, there's a part of curiosity that is like into this. But after hearing that, I'll head back towards the rest of everyone, kind of like huddled around the table, I think, with Martha. And so there were some folks that just got back from the mountains. They're down by the stables. Do you think we should go talk to them? Maybe getting up and moving our limbs would be good to stir off this cold.
Maybe they bring cold weather with them in their pockets.
In their
Seminar blinks and then just sort of turns to the rest of you and is like, "Want to go check it out?"
Might as well.
It's possible.
Yeah. I mean, I think that if they just made it from the mountain, maybe they might have some information about what's been going on at the mountain. Maybe it came from there.
Or at least they'll have a better vantage point from up there on everything that's around us on the plains.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't even know what's been going on outside of the town, correct?
Correct. You guys have not
yeah.
left
So
left the
that
town.
would be We would want to go them and then see if this cold spell is outside of the town, or is it just something that is engulfing the town itself?
Okay. So are you all going as a group?
Yeah, even though I'm all charisma and everything, I want to get away from everybody and their accusatory glances. So I would like to go to the mountains. That sounds nice.
Okay. So are you splitting from the group, Levi? Or are you staying with the group to go talk to the?
We go talk to people from mountain.
So talk to people from the mountains.
I stand
Okay.
in front of you again.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
Knock all my dice off.
So
She's hot.
as you guys leave, yeah, you guys have the basic layout of where most of the large predominant buildings are. It isn't that far from where you guys are staying to get to where the stables are.
We followed the smell.
It takes you, about 20 minutes or so to walk over to where the stables are. As you guys get there, you notice that there are about three of the you see as you guys have walked past, you hear one of the town criers, and he's out there yelling, cold front still here. Make sure you have plenty of warmth. Talk to the guards if you need anything new. Type of thing, trying to make sure that everyone is protected. As you guys are walking down there, you notice that there are normally what would be beggars on the road. There are no beggars out on the streets. Seems like the town is taking care of itself fairly well, other than the blistering cold. As you guys walk over to where the stables are, as you walk to the entrance of the stables, you see there's not very many horses. There's about 8 horses left in the stables.
Good.
And
As we leave, I pick up my seagull companion, Covetous, and sort of just like hold him like a duck under me because he's very chilly.
okay.
I would like to stand next to some horses, but listen to conversation.
Okay. As you're
behind her.
Horses
Fair
are warm and nice.
you notice that the horses themselves are they're trying to stay as close as they can, obviously, to preserve warmth, even though they are in stables and are fairly, there are the stable handlers are putting horses two in a stable to keep warmth.
Is where chilly he is.
Yes. You do hear there are a couple of guards and what looks to be a man in a man in armor, another man in armor, and then a man in a robe that are sitting there talking about how this cold and blistering weather is not natural.
Yes.
And they are talking about how there are some unnaturals that are coming. You hear the man in the robes, and he goes, I think there might be something that is coming up from the depths. I don't know what depths they are, but there is something coming up, and it's causing us to freeze from below. And you hear the man in the more shiny armor, and he seems to be having a hard time even moving the joints of his metal plate mail. And he goes, it's so cold. I don't even know if I want to wear this anymore. But if I wouldn't have been wearing it, I would have died. It's so cold. And you hear the other guy go, what was that we saw up in the mountain? That was so... My gods, that was the most horrible beast I've ever seen. And it was even wounded.
As I hear this, I want to go up to the horses and try and get their perspective of the story. Is that?
I
Go ahead.
was talking to horses. I can't actually talk to horses, but I was talking to them.
Okay.
I will stand there with you. This is most helpful.
So you have speak at animals.
I can speak to animals, yes.
Oh.
Mm.
So that's what you have heard so far, overhearing
Okay.
from the guards.
I'll
But
go over to the guards themselves and I'll be like, "Greetings, fellow adventurers," or guards people.
You see the one. He's still in full plate with a helmet on, and he goes, "Good sir, what are you doing here? You should be inside. It's freezing out here."
I'm holding a seagull. I just like sort of look at him. It was getting boring inside. So, what was it that you saw up on the mountains?
I don't know. That was the thing. It was this purpley green, purpley thing that I don't know how to explain it. I've never seen anything like it before. It thrusted this devilish spear, but it was horrible. It was the nastiest thing I've ever seen. But like, and then you hear the other guy go, and there was a couple of them, and they just ran at us. But it was those darn thing. My God, it was, oh my goodness. And then we barely made it away.
They are not good storytellers.
In terms of just like doing like a quick investigation, like what appears to have like, do they have got like stab wounds and stuff, or have they healed themselves up? Are they
Give me
frostbitten?
a perception roll, please.
A 20.
A 20, very nice. As you are looking over their figures and how they are, their armor, besides being frosted a little bit, you see big gash marks across the plates, big long slashes. You do see a couple of points in their armor and across the helms of slashes, and a few deep puncture wound looking marks in the plate mail. Looks to be made more by a weapon than by claw or something.
What do the horses tell Fiona? They know everything, right?
So the only thing that they give me a animal handling.
Where's the
Okay.
y'all?
Here we go. All right, dice. Don't ruin this for me. Animal handling. Okay. Oh my gosh. 8.
You have to scratch right under the chin.
I don't think this one likes me that much. Maybe we can.
Did you blow in its nose so it knows what you smell like?
The basis you get from dealing with the horses is big cave.
Big cave. Okay.
So there's a cave.
So what is this about an underground here? I don't know the area.
Oh, the you hear the gentleman in the big robes and everything. He goes, the area is completely it's got caverns underneath all over. It's and he points to go back map really quick, and he points to the west, and he goes, there's an ancient volcano that has been used for a number of things, and there's a giant underground caverns that just run everywhere underneath here, and the area is how do you say riddled with underground caves and waterways that just get overrun with water in the summer and spring, but now is when that's where we went to go look, and now we couldn't find anything because of the horrible things that we ran into.
Did you follow the tunnels up to the mountains then?
No, the entrance is at the mountain. So we
So there's not an entrance in town.
no. At least nothing that we know of.
Well, why don't you stay warm, heal up, and take a look for anything in town? Maybe we can go head up to the mountain and see what we can find.
Yeah.
Our captain is basically about to lose all his money paying the guards back on the ship. And, I like getting paid at the end of the day. So the sooner we can figure out how to get out of here, the better it'll be for all of us.
Oh,
I'm gonna walk up and say, yeah, the horses that were kind of rude. We're talking about going to the cave, so yeah, let's head up there.
Can we have a map?
Well, it's the only mountain in the west.
Um,
But is
I'm gonna elbow Martha
yeah,
and then whisper in her ear, ask them if they think those rivers will be frozen rivers now.
do the webbles be frozen right now?
uh the gentleman in the robes, he goes, does the blue one not talk for himself?
There's no
Okay.
blue one.
I'm shy. Say I'm shy.
I am very shy.
Okay. No, we haven't had the summer rains to fill them up, so I think they would be dry right now.
Fiona's looking
Nodding my
over.
head, but you can't see me.
I'm nodding my head, but you can't see because I am behind you.
Oh,
Fiona's looking over at them like,
hey.
what is going on?
I'm so glad I have a 19 charisma.
I have 8.
This works.
That somehow
love
makes it better.
I love
So, we've been in town.
it. You've been in town for about 2 weeks, about a fortnight.
Have we gotten some? Wait, we've been in town for 2 weeks or just a couple days?
No, you've been in town for about 2 weeks. That's how long the road. Like I said, the supplies and everything have been. You guys are running. The whole town is almost running out of supplies.
Burning furniture and eating donkey meat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Have we
That would sound
picked
good.
up warm clothing, or would we have already basically there was a run on all?
I was just about to ask about that.
I got a dope fur hoodie thing going on. I don't know about y'all.
I
but
just hide in my shell when I'm good.
I have cape and
You guys have
Fiona
enough.
needs clothes.
horses to stand next to.
The city provided enough warm clothes so you guys could move around town. But anything, if you guys feel you need more than that, there's a chance you may not be able to find much more than what you have on you.
You just
Okay.
gonna have to find somebody in the street and be like, "Hey, I like your coat. It looks warm. I'm cold. Give it to me." Seems like that'd be our only option.
We spoon during the night for the warmth.
Fiona is looking for leaves or any kind of foliage to line her coat, and make a little space for Walter to come and get warm.
I will also pick up twigs and dirt and put in my. Just seems like
You're
what
just-
we are doing.
You're just
Any
Are
of you
we
guys
still
do
by the guards?
bonfire?
Yeah, they're all kind of tending to their horses.
Okay, I have a question for the guards. I asked them, how far did you go? They asked me if they went past the mountain at all during their travel.
You see the main guard, the one who's still wearing his helm, and he goes,
Oh,
No, we were going to the mountain, and that's all the farther we were supposed to go today. It's about a day and a half ride. But that's where we were heading, and then we found whatever that was, and
Did you see any sign of this cold spell reaching on the other side of the mountain at all, or no?
it was still cold outside of the mountain by where we were.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna
Thank you.
cast Druid Craft and see if there's if it's still going to be super icy for the next day.
Okay.
I'll
What do you
try and
craft
do
it?
it discreetly behind Martha.
Okay.
So it just predicts the weather, tiny harmless sensory effect that predicts what the weather will be at your location for the next 24 hours.
Is
And then it
nothing
manifests
happening.
as stuff.
Okay.
Ha.
So you cast a little thing, and according to the casting, it says that the forecast is supposed to be sunny.
All right. So cool, nice. I thought it was going to get chilly, but no, that's okay. Cool.
It can be sunny and also cold.
Martha,
Y-
tell him it's all good. Just give it a minute.
Him, it's all good. Just give it a minute.
I'm going to cast Prestidigitation to warm up my clothes and then prepare to step back outside.
Okay. So the man in the robes, he goes, "Oh, that's a great idea." And he starts casting the same thing on the captain and the other guard.
I'm gonna tuck my arms in, and just so my feet and head are walking are the only thing that's seen. So at least my arms can stay warm, and then by walking, hopefully that will help. And when I get back to a warm place,
We should
everything.
we should give you like a rope, and then you just take the rope in with you and flip over, and then we just pull you on
Yeah.
your shell.
Oh, I like that idea.
And we
Actually,
could stack things on your belly.
okay.
He's a tensions floating disc without being floating.
How to
You just
make a
became
turtle
your own
faster.
RV.
Yeah, right? 101. Flip over, add oil.
I like it.
Who
I like
wants
it
to
too.
ride on turtle? I
I'll
pull.
take a ride if the spot's open, you know? We've been walking for a while.
Is what we have. Consent is important. Turtle, Mr. Bazim, you want to go in and stay warm?
I would like that. I would definitely like that. Thank you, Martha.
Here is a rope.
Fiona's gonna try to get on, but Fiona's like a tall druid, so she's like holding her knees in. And Walter's like sitting like right here, and we're like, all right,
It is
well,
a core workout.
let's head on out, guys.
So Martha, are you pulling?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's just do a strength roll and a acrobatics roll to stay on.
Okay.
Just more fun.
Just
Do-
strength.
Yeah, just a strength roll.
22.
Oh yeah, it's easy.
And
Do I need to?
acrobatics.
Yeah, no, you don't need to worry about it because you're just staying there.
Okay.
And then acrobatics.
Yeah.
13.
Okay. So as you're being tugged along, you on the way back, the shell gets kind of jostled into a rut, and
Oh,
you get tossed.
That sounds about right.
Kind of a rough landing, but not terrible. Not enough to
Sorry.
hurt or anything. But your pride's a little damaged because you're like, I got this. It's gonna be fine.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, boom, and into the dirt you go.
is my first time driving.
Man. It's fine. You know, these accidents, it's a happy little accident. It's totally fine. You know what? I'll just walk from here on out. I was a little uncomfortable anyway. I need lower back support when I'm
Me-
sitting down.
Maybe all our animals can ride on the shell.
And I'll look to Walter, and Walter's just terrified by the experience of like toppling over, and is gonna go into the little hidey hole that I have for him.
Oh, you have armpit
Okay.
bird.
We're good.
Okay.
So where are you guys heading back to? Are
Someplace
you guys
warm.
Are you guys heading straight out or heading back to the inn?
I say we head back to the inn. I say this as
I want to get some donkey meat for the road. Ooh, I wonder if they can make a quick jerky.
A donkey meat is best in stew. I have heard.
Okay,
You're out
so
here eating donkeys.
Get hungry.
back to the slush or the
Big girl.
yeah. Heading back to the slushing bucket. So you head
Yeah,
back
so
to
we're
the-
just going through town dragging a turtle upside down.
Yep. You guys catch a couple of funny looks from the town criers and the few people that are walking around going, "What?"
You want to ride?
I am going to get one thing if I can, and that is I'd like to look for a shovel because I didn't think that would necessarily come in handy. But if we're going somewhere underground, I kind of think that might be useful.
Okay.
I actually think I might have.
I don't think we have to dig our own tunnel.
Well, I
What?
I have enough survival to know something about like
I do have a shovel. It must have come in my
avalanches.
pack.
Okay, well I see you guys have your supplies, and I'm probably just gonna tire myself out with that then.
I must have gotten the adventurer's pack or something.
Yeah, I got the adventurer's pack too.
I have
So.
shovel for you. You want to carry it, or you want me to carry it and then give it to you when you want to use it?
Carrying it, I'll let you carry it.
Yeah.
So as you guys have walked through the town, in Martha's comment about giving a ride, one of the younger town criers, the youngins goes, "Can I?"
Yes. You want to go fast?
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Is there a hill?
It's no, there isn't. It's a bold port area, so.
Okay.
But it's all icy though, right?
It is pretty frosty, so it is
And
slippery.
so if I say from inside the turtle shell, oh, why don't we spin me around a little bit and then launch me down, launch me over the ice?
All right.
This is a wonderful idea. You hold on. You hold on very tight.
If he wants to go fast, that's the best.
Do not tell your mother.
I don't have a mother, but okay.
It's good.
And
She
the roll.
would be unhappy.
Go ahead and give me a strength roll. See how fast we go.
It's 22, one less than, or 21.
Oh, great.
The little beggar, you see her grab on, and the eyes get.
Well, she's going to throw up.
The hair is whipping around and gets to just before the turtle shell crashes into some garbage. You see her go and spin off as the centrifugal force pulls her off the shell, and you go rocketing into some trash. And you see her get up into the whole drunken stumble moment, and she goes, "Oh, whew, that was crazy. That was fun. Thank you."
Okay,
She
you tell
stumbles
your
off.
friends. First one is free.
She just, as she stumbles away, kind of in that whole dizzy out of the carnival ride look. And then as you guys clean off your turtle friend a little bit, are you going to leave him covered in trash?
It's up to him. Maybe he likes the way he looks.
Oh, okay.
Please clean me off so I don't smell. That's worse.
I'm gonna walk over to him and start getting some of the dirt and say, "Oh, that looks like you took a bit of a tumble there. Are you feeling okay?"
As I'm like, I see little birdies that I wanted.
Oh, his name is Walter. He's cool.
No,
Don't be
not
afraid.
Walter.
Oh.
No, I know. I've seen Walter. I meant like the confusion from the cartoon. So I'm seeing like stars and shapes. Like, ooh, Martha really must have spun me fast on that ice. I
Yeah,
get up.
you were really going there.
I peek my head out and I say, "I'm okay," and then I quickly go back in so everybody can see that I'm okay.
It's fine. Yes, we do it again.
Can we wait about 10, 15 minutes?
Yes. Well, yes.
All right.
Serious adventurers.
All right.
Yes.
So meanwhile, I'm just packing up like all of my kit, like getting everything organized.
Yeah. So the rest of you guys have gone back to the sloshing bucket and started packing up for the adventure back. Um, anything you want to do while you're in the sloshing bucket besides
Ooh.
packing up?
We should maybe tell our captain to maybe not leave without us.
That would be a good idea.
We're going for a walkabout to turn up the heat.
The navigator was also at the sloshing bucket, so we could just tell the navigator to tell the captain.
You
Correct.
have the brains.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was.
I asked the navigator if he has any maps of the area.
Okay, so you track Shar down. So
Shar, do you happen to have any maps? We were going to head up to the volcano to the west.
And you see Shar, he's parsing a bunch of maps, and he goes, there's a couple of maps for this area, but I might.
I basically will break out. I have like navigation tools, so I figure like I'll get out the protractor and compass and everything, and kind of sketch out like if he just wants to do, if he wants to keep the originals.
Okay, so you see him open up a big parchment box, and he's flipping through a bunch of them, and he pulls one out, and he goes, this would be good. It doesn't show much more than just a mountain, but this would be good. It at least shows.
Yeah, we heard some stories about some tunnels running underneath them, and I figured we'll take some notes about the caves and stuff, just so we can plot it out.
I hear stories. Don't know much about it, but yes, that's what's around here. It should work for you. So do a proficiency check and go ahead and write it down.
Is it like a 12? Okay.
Yeah, that's enough.
Okay.
I mean, the map's well written on its own.
So my map is a little messy, but
it's enough to get the job done. You at least have where the mountain is and a compass and an idea of which way you're going. So it's proficient enough to get you there and back. Okay, so you guys have your provisions, and at least enough to get you there and back. What you think?
Yeah, I wanted to see if I could go to like the kitchen at the sloshing bucket and get like a little snack for me and Walter.
Okay.
It's gonna be a long walk. Yeah.
When you say snack, you
Donkey
don't mean
meat.
donkey meat, do you?
Well,
what
no,
was
we're
the town's
vegan.
name?
We're vegan, so.
The what?
What was the town's name?
Port Town.
Port Town. Excellent.
It is actually named Port Town because the founder of the town wasn't very creative.
It makes
Hey,
sense.
they're
I
to
like
the point.
it.
Yeah, they're to the point, and I appreciate it.
That's why my sword is named Sword.
And is the volcano called Mount Empty Tunnels?
Mount Ash.
Mount. I was gonna think Mount Lava.
Megma.
I was gonna call it Mount Hole.
No, that's a few leagues the other way.
Ah. I hear it's lovely there in the autumn.
So you're gonna go up to the cook of the sloshing bucket and ask for provisions.
Yeah. Hey, we're the ones, me and Walter. We're the ones that have been putting in those specialty vegan orders. Can we get a half order for the road, and then like maybe a smoothie with a little kale in there? Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I'd like some of that too. That sounds better than donkey meat.
I will take their donkey meat.
So the cook, so you have to knock on the door for the kitchen, but you see a you guys have never actually interacted with the cook yet for the kitchen, other than Cookie, who's the cook for your guys' ship. So you knock on the door for the kitchen, and out comes a portly goblin and goes, "What do you want? What do you need?"
Hey, dude. So I just wanted to know if I could get like an order of the vegan meal and then a half order of the vegan meal and then another. Did you want a full order or a half order of the vegan meal? I turn and say to Levi.
I
So a bunch of plants to go, plants vegan, plant smoothies. Got it.
Well, yeah, and
Okay.
seasoned.
actually, yeah, I'll take that too then.
Yeah. Okay, so three,
Okay.
3.5.
Yeah, 3.
Four,
Yeah,
4, 5, 6, 4, 5,
Four.
4.
Four.
Got it. Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. Give me
You
1
got
minute. Got it. Okay, got it.
Thanks,
One
dude.
second.
You're the best.
And he turns around, slams the door, and you hear a bunch of racket coming out of the kitchen, just pots, pans. You hear him cursing and yelling at another goblin, and it's just a racket coming
That's
out
how
of the
you
kitchen.
know it's good.
And then all of a sudden you hear the sound of like that like a fire like explosion coming out, and this big old plume of smoke comes out from underneath the door.
It's not raw.
Seasoning. Yeah.
And then he opens the door opens and another big old black cloud woofs out and goes, "All right, you said you wanted 4, right? 4. Okay,
4.
here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and a whole bunch of donkey stuff for you."
Yeah. Oh yes, I put this in my bag.
Awesome. This smells delicious. Thank you so much.
Until you smell the one that's supposed to be blended. That one kind of smells a little weird. It's the right color,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks a little chunky.
Okay. So is this the one a special seasoning that you what's in here?
It's all plant, just like you said, vegan, right?
Vegan.
All
What
plant.
what are the chunks though? What's are those bigger plants?
That's the bigger plants. Biggest plants.
What kind of plants? What are their owners' names? What are the emotional states of
They
the
were
owners?
all friendly plants. They weren't
Okay.
meat-eating plants.
Okay. Thank you very, very much. This smells interesting, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pay him whatever it is.
Okay. For the whole thing, it'll be about 2 gold.
Okay.
So, and have a good time.
This
Thank you
was
very much, sir.
ominous. Thank you. What is thank you for the meat?
Yes. Enjoy.
Okay, and then I'm gonna stow. I'm gonna hand out the food to everyone else.
Okay.
Stow it. The snack for me and Walter, and then yeah, we're gonna turn and say, yeah, I think we got our snacks. We have our sanity. Let's go.
How much do I owe you for that?
Don't worry about it. Money comes and money goes. It's fine.
Okay.
All right.
So thank you.
Onward to the lovely cold jaunt to the mountain. Is that where we're planning on going?
Yeah. Heading out.
By foot?
Were there any? Did we find out if we could take those horses?
I don't think they want to go with us.
Mm,
They did not like you.
no, they didn't. They were. Very
Should we
rude to me.
possibly stock up on healing potions?
Wait, do you think we have to fight something?
This is just precautionary.
I was going to just talk to it. I'm very good at talking.
You're adequate at talking.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're great at talking. Don't let them tell you any different.
I'm great at talking, I know.
Yeah, no, I don't. You know, I mean, I can. If you want to get a potion or two, that's cool. But I can also. I've got a couple spells, you know,
Okay, so
in the old noggin.
okay, all right. So
I can also heal people.
all right.
Hey, you can talk and you can heal. You're crushing it today.
I can do 2 things.
You can do 2
I
things.
wonder if I can do them at the same time.
Oh, I would think so. Don't you have to say the spell?
Well, okay. You know what? I don't need healing potion then. Let's go.
So where are we
No,
going?
I think I could do them at the same time.
I think
So Seminar's got the map out and is basically like plotting sort of like how he thinks the approach to the mountain will go. And his turns back to the rest of everyone. It's like, so shall we walk this way?
Yeah, I mean, we're following you. Follow your
Yep.
heart or the paper.
I walk
follow
just
your gut.
the same way that he is walking is how I walk.
All right. So
How painful is it for my seagull to fly around at this stage?
well, like I said, it's cold, but it's not
Fucking cold.
snowing or anything. It's not windy.
It's just like a cold winter's day when it shouldn't be a cold winter's day.
Correct.
It's
So
cloudy,
it's not cloudy.
so it is sunny.
It is sunny. But like I said, the temperature seems to be cold coming up. So it's like
Mm.
from the ground.
Mhm.
It's-
Okay, so Walter's gonna scout ahead.
Okay. So both animals will fly above and look
Yeah.
around. Okay.
Mhm.
Just I'll keep Covetous like within the area of like 100 feet above, just to make sure we're going the right way.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna keep an eye kind of on the ground, looking for any breaks or anything weird coming at us, like from underneath, or just any issues with like permafrost or stuff.
Sure.
I try
Do
and
you-
make sure we are always going up.
That's what I was gonna ask. If there's any lakes or anything on the map that we should avoid.
As far as lakes go, there are no rivers or lakes that eddy out on this bay.
Okay.
All right.
Just
So
Didn't want to fall through ice or anything.
all right, so let's see how well you guys do for navigation. I do them a little different than other DMs. I have these lovely paper, rock, scissors dice.
Ooh.
Which color do you guys want to be?
Ooh. Black.
All right.
Yes, works
Yeah.
for me. Culvers.
All right. That was you guys rolled scissor and I rolled paper. So that's one success.
On our way. We're on our way.
That was a
On our
paper
way.
covers rock. 2 success.
We're on our way. We're on our way.
This is my walking song. This is my walking song. This
And that
is
was a
Bound it
tie.
my
down.
walking song. This is my walking song.
All right. So for 2 successes and a tie, you guys go through the first day of travel fairly well without any problems.
We're singing to keep the bears away.
That's right.
You have to
singing
let the
also
bears know.
keeps-
You don't want to surprise them.
It also keeps our spirits up.
Yes.
Right. As you trudge on in the cold. Comes to be the first night of watch. How would you guys like to take care of watch?
I would go first, since it's probably not as cold as it's going to be later at night. So I'll take the first, and then I'll hide in my shell.
Okay.
Do we have anybody that does not need to sleep all the night? Yes. Nominate you.
So yeah, I'll take whatever watch you guys want.
Okay.
Probably like the last watch if we're doing 3 shifts, or middle watch if we're doing 3 shifts.
I can do me and Walter can do the last watch.
Okay.
We were gonna make camp and eat this ration, these leaves, maybe nothing chunky ones.
All right, can I get a perception roll for each watch, please?
First watch perception roll. Good one. 18 on dice plus 3 is a 21.
Nice. So your
Middle
watch.
watch is a 21.
Okay.
The last watch is a 19.
So in the middle of the middle watch, you hear in the background, in the distant background, you hear the sound of howls. They are far in the background. Doesn't seem to be nothing too terrible, but it does seem to be that they are, if not, obviously with nothing in the first watch, but now in the second watch you're hearing howls. They are within at least hearing distance. And the third, what do you say anything to the third watch?
When I let them know that there's some wolves that or dogs that are nearby, and I assume we're also keeping a fire going just because of the chill and our need for warmth, and that we're kind of closely huddled around that in like a little depression somewhere, so it's not immediately obvious where everyone is.
Okay. So on third watch, you also hear howls. Closer, but not totally. I mean,
Can
again,
Walter tell me, like how far away or like what their composure is? Like, are they coming towards us or like in an aggressive manner? I mean,
it just seems to be. Let's see, which familiar is Walter?
Walter's a giant owl.
A giant owl.
Yeah.
Give me a perception roll for Walter, please.
Okay. Plus 8. Oh, nice. So that was 19 plus 8, 27.
Nice.
That's an amazing roll for perception.
Yeah.
So it does give you a sense that there is a number of wolves. They do seem to be getting closer, but the fire is keeping them at bay.
Okay. So yeah, Walter and I are just gonna hang out, do our rounds, and make sure that those wolves stay away. As everyone is starting to wake up, we'll let them know. The fire seems to be keeping the wolves away, but there are wolves in the area. So when you awake to do your morning rituals, keep that in mind.
They're puppies?
Yes, puppies, but
Mean puppies.
mean puppies.
No puppy is mean
puppies.
forever. I become their friends.
No, I mean they're just they're just hungry, and so I get it, but also stay safe out there.
I pee close to camp.
Fiona, what is your owl's name?
Walter.
Walter?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And
He
Walter
chose it
sees in
himself.
the very smart owl. And he can see in the dark?
Yeah. So I mean, he's an owl. Owls have great dark vision. And yeah, his dark vision goes 120 feet.
Wow.
So yeah, he can see
He sees better than I do.
better than I do. We've been together for a long time, though, me and Walter.
Where did you find him?
I didn't quite find him. I was out having a walk through the woods, as my kind do, and all of a sudden, this baby owl was just on my shoulder. I just looked over, and Walter was there. It was kind of like he just magically appeared. And we've been together ever since. That was 10, 15 years ago.
Time passes differently for us than for the humans.
Yes, absolutely. It is very interesting to watch them squabble with all of these problems, with such short lifespans that they have.
I'm just glad that the crew back there aren't too, superstitious. It's always good to have a sea elf when you need to clean the bottom of a ship, but
Yeah, it really is great to have someone as talented as yourself around here. What what's your purpose, man?
oh,
What's
well,
your
I'm
goal?
just mostly curious about everything else outside of the water. I mean, we've had plenty of time growing up, like with my family and kin, but you know, all of these ships and like towns that you can visit, they're just. This is the first time I'm dealing with such an odd winter in the middle of the summer. So,
It is peculiar, but you know what? Things happen for a reason. What's your owl's name, by the way? I didn't catch that.
my seagull's name is
Seagull.
Covetous,
Covetous.
and
That's a very
Covetous
interesting
squawks, "Mine, mine."
name. That's a pretty great name, you know?
He's like looking at the owl and just sort of like, kind of like walking away, like around the camp, sticking close to the fire.
Yeah. Okay.
So as you guys are getting your morning meals and preparations done for the day, you all do a perception roll, please. See how much of a morning person you all are.
I got a 19 for perception.
A 4, a
6.
5,
22.
22.
Can Walter roll perception as well?
Sure. Oh, I figured he was up and moving around too, so.
Yeah. Ooh, wow. 17 plus 8.
Wow.
Immensely
25.
perceptive.
Yeah. If that's wrong, chat, I'm sorry. While having a minor in mathematics, I'm not good at the kind of quick math. Give me a theorem, I can work with that.
As you guys are doing your morning things, some more perceptive than others.
This is my peeing song.
I'm still stuck in my shell because I rolled a 9.
But it is still, even with being distracted and stuck, it is still loud enough that you are able to hear the echoing and kind of disturbing sound of howls that comes deeper and reverberating from all sides of the camp.
Well,
That's
sounds like we're being
far too
surrounded.
close. Perhaps they've gotten hungry.
It's
Yes.
okay. I
They
peed
are.
in circle all around the camp. We are good. They know it's our place.
I don't think.
Summerar basically breaks out his bow and tells Covetous to start flying.
So as you are taking up defensive positions, you do notice a couple. You do notice a couple of the wolves that are the more brave of the, which are gathering as a more larger pack, kind of come up out of the ground close to the camp. They were crouched down. You do see that they are white in color and kind of in the not very pleased and look emaciated and hungry as they all start. The two start growling, and we need to roll initiative, please.
Okay. Oh.
So we have a 10 for Matt. For Levi, I mean. So 10 for Levi.
And for the sea elf.
And for the sea elf.
15.
15.
7.
Who is that for? Who is a 15?
Martha, 15.
Martha for 15.
Fiona got 7.
Fiona's a 7. Who am I?
Bison rolled a 13.
Bison. Okay, so as all really kind of bunched all together, that's kind of crazy.
It's to
So
keep warm.
as we all are getting ready to do our things, Martha, you are, even though you were caught with your pants down, you are first.
I always am ready with my are they in
So
range?
they are within for, I'm going to say for you, you were on the other side of, they are on the other side of camp from you, because you were at least kind enough to not be that close. Um, so they're on, say, 60 feet from you on the other side of camp.
I make a lot of noise as I pull up my pants and I will just I'll put myself like halfway between the fire and the wolves
Okay.
with my weapon, with my yikiwa, just stabby, pokey.
Okay. So you put yourself into position.
Anybody want to eat some wolf meat? They're not friendly.
All right.
Not just me. I will eat you all.
Can't be any
And I
worse than knocking
intimidate
me.
them.
Bison, you're up.
How close are the wolves to me? 'Cause-
So you would be within 30 feet. You would be from camp. So
okay, so I'm gonna go up to what formation are they in?
they are in a paired formation pointing towards camp.
So there's two, or
It's just two. There's just two right now.
all right.
Pointing
So
at you.
I'm gonna attack the one to the right with a flail.
Okay.
I'm assuming a 13 is not going to hit.
13 is the armor class.
Nice.
Oh. All right, where's my D8? That is going to be 6 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And I have another attack too, since I am a fighter champion.
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
All right, second attack. Unnatural 20.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
That's, love it. Do it up.
That is going to be a 1 on the roll, but I do have Savage Attack. Did I take that as a feat? I believe I usually do. Just give me a second. Yes, I did, I believe. That's under the extras, right? No. Nope. I just want to check. No, I am actually gonna take the 1 then. So that's gonna be. That's gonna be a 5 bludgeoning.
Okay. So a 6 and a 5.
11 total bludgeoning.
11 total. Sounds lovely. All right. So that's them. That's you. So it's between Levi and some fire. How do you say that again, Alex?
Seminar?
Say it again. You were muted.
Seminar?
Seminar. Seminar, you go first.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot. So I'm gonna shoot my bow at one of the ones that's near Bazim.
Okay.
But I got a 14. Actually, yeah. So 14 hits.
Yes, 14 does hit. You're muted, so
Okay, sorry. I have to be in focus for spacebar to work. Sorry
Yeah,
for that.
that's okay.
So that'll be 28 points of damage.
Ooch.
Oh, nice.
Sneak attack on the bow, I
Oh
assume.
yeah.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Ooch. Ooch. That's a potent attack. I love it.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to just kind of like crouch back down, like with my, and use my Cloak of Elfenkind to kind of blend in with the terrain.
To do a hide.
Yeah.
Can I have a stealth roll, please?
15.
Okay. Let's see how well that worked. Okay. And that means Levi, you're up.
Right. Eldritch Blast, whatever one looks worst.
That would be the one that you got an arrow sticking out of its shoulder, so that would be the one by Bazim.
So then I got a 18 and a 19 to hit.
Both hit.
And then I got and then I got a 12 and I got a 6, so 18 damage.
18. Sounds great.
Right over Martha's shoulder. Boop, boop.
Nice. All right. So that's not very happy for them. They're actually kind of irritated now that they've been knocked around a little bit. They're going to go after the lovely turtle meat in front of them.
Okay.
Let's see. We have that would be
Tank the wolves.
the first one's a 25.
Wait, I'm not a bard.
That's going to hit.
And the other one is a 17.
The second one will miss.
Okay. So then the first one does let's do it right. 13 points of damage as it bites on, and I need you to roll a strength save, please.
Okay. Now I was going to say, did I get an advantage? No, I don't, because I'm not withdrawn into the shell.
Correct.
That is going to be a 18, 11 on the dice plus 7.
Sounds great. You feel the weight of the wolf as it bites into you, and you feel it try to push you down, but it doesn't quite make it.
Okay.
All right. As the other one misses its attack, you do hear it howl, and you hear an echoing howl coming from behind the camp as two more stand up out of the dirt as it shakes them off.
Okay. So I guess everybody else does see this, right?
They hear it. But it's coming from behind the camp, from back where Martha was.
Okay.
Whoopsies.
And that is their turn. So now we're down to Fiona.
Okay. So where am I standing in relation?
I was assuming you were by the camp, so that'd be
Yeah.
in the center.
Yeah. So
So you have
I'm going
two
to...
behind you, two in
Okay.
front, and you have Bazim being attacked by one of the wolf. The other wolf missed. Two wolves are attacking Bazim.
Mm-hmm.
Two wolves behind you that just
are
stood up
about
out
to
of the
attack.
dust. They just stood up out of the dust.
Okay. I'm gonna go and help Bezim.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go over to Bezim, and I'm gonna say, well, it seems like you got into a little bit of trouble over here. And also seems like we're a little bit surrounded. And I'm gonna use Thorn Whip.
Okay.
Where's my on the wolf that is currently attacking you?
Okay.
Try to
So
get him to let
that's
go.
Well, there's two of them.
there's two of them.
Yeah, the one that bit on. I mean,
Okay.
So is that am I grappled technically then or no?
No. It
Okay.
just it bites and tries to push you down.
Okay. So
yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
know
try
if
to
I
use
was
the
grappled.
thorn.
Nope, not grappled.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the thorn whip to try and pop it in the mouth and to get it to let go.
Okay.
All right. +7. 21.
Nice.
That definitely hits.
Okay. Then 2d6. 6, 10. Yeah, there's no addition to that. 10 piercing
10
damage.
10 points of damage.
Yeah, piercing.
How do you want to do it for that one? Because that's enough.
Oh, okay. So the whip, I didn't mean for it to, but it cracked, and instead of hitting the mouth, it hits the neck.
Okay.
And because it's a thorn, it'll pierce the jugular.
Oh, nice.
Thus taking out the wolf. And so as it cracks the whip, I want to go, ooh, yeah, I'm sorry, my bad, dude. And then I'm gonna look over at the other wolf and say, do you see what happened? That was an accident. Like, imagine if I was trying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Martha, you're up.
So intimidating. I will yes, I'm going to go ahead and just finish off the wolf on this side because the other ones, they stay back because that's where they peed. So I will go ahead and attack
Okay.
the
Rush
last
up in it.
wolf in front of us.
Sure.
Oh, that's a 27.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it hits. Oh, good.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Yeah. With an armor class 13, I think. I think you got it.
That is 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And I can do this from 10 feet away. I have reach with
Sure.
this weapon, so it's not next to me. Bad doggy, and I attack it again. That is a 17 to hit.
Yes.
And then that one is difficult math. 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. That one, you guys notice that as Martha is pummeling it, you notice that it wasn't damaged before, and now it is quite damaged, but not down.
You stay away, bad dog.
Okay. Azim, you are now next to a dog that's been pummeled a little bit. Did we lose Bazim?
Did we?
Possibly.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
Oh. All right. So I'm gonna be using the dog that. There's still one by me, correct?
Correct.
All right. So I'm attacking him. That should have been a 15, but it rolled 12 is not going to hit.
Correct. 12 misses.
Second attack is going to 18.
So, and damage?
That is going to be a 5 bludgeoning.
5 points of damage. Got it. All right. So you see that it's kind of got a limp in one arm or one of its legs, but it still seems to be snarling and snapping at you. So Levi and Samir, what are you guys doing?
There's still a wolf next to Bazim.
Yes, there's one
Yes.
wolf in front and two wolves behind.
Do the wolves behind notice me? I'm gonna take.
You don't know
Not
yet.
sure. I'll try and shoot one of the ones coming up from behind, and then get back into cover.
Okay.
Let me know if I have advantage on them.
You do not.
Okay. So I am going to get a 13, but I can't do much with this shot because they're not surprised. So only 11 points of piercing damage. And then I'm going to try and duck behind Martha, I guess. Wait. Yeah, get to the other side. Just sneak around.
Hey, occupied.
Oh, yeah. Whoops! I didn't even notice you there.
There is enough of meat to go around.
So we're doing like a conga line, and I'm actually hiding behind Levi now, and
This is actually a valid strategy in D&D.
It is.
the conga line of hiding. Hey, you Grant. So that's a 27 on the stealth check.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
Hey, I rolled higher than a 5 finally.
You are perceptively perceiving that you are not that they have not seen you. There's too
Forget
many
about
legs.
me.
There are too many legs. Okay, Levi, what are you doing?
All right, so you're behind me. Oh, I got front cover, back cover. Oh, this is nice. Okay.
Do you feel cozy, Levi?
That's a 25 and a 17.
And which one? You have three wolves to attack.
Whatever one looks the worst.
Okay, that's the one over by Bazim.
Cool. And they both hit. Sorry.
Okay.
25 and 17.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Armor class
Sorry.
13. So you guys have.
Oh yes. I should have written that down. And that is plus 4. All right, cool. Plus 4. So 7 and 12. 19 damage.
19 points. Love it. Okay. So now it is the wolves' turn. And you see the one in front of Bazim. He takes a howling snap at you for a nat 20. And we'll do the damage.
It's going to cast Sanctuary, but I didn't.
So that would be
Whoopsies.
20 points of damage at Bazim, and I need you to do a DC check again, please.
They are.
That's going to be with strength again, correct?
Correct.
18 on the dice.
So you don't get pushed down again. You were still up. Dang, I thought for sure I'd get you with that one.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna look at Bazim and be like, "Thumbs up, dude."
All right, so the other two wolves are now moving in sync, and they come around. And they see the two people hiding behind each other. Both are about 15 feet away from both people. They are pincering you, right, from either side. You guys are the cream in the middle of the cookie sandwich, and they howl a icy breath at you. I need everybody in the line, the conga line, to make a DC check of dexterity. So that would be Levi, Martha, and Samir. I need you to all run a DC dexterity.
Throw?
It is a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
10.
So dexterity saving throw, please.
22.
Technically, it'll be 2 saving throws because they're both doing the
Okay.
cold howling wind.
Also a 26.
Wow.
11.
Wow, we're rolling good today.
13.
10 and
So
11.
as long okay, so Martha, you failed both of them. It's 12 is the success. So anything over 12.
Oh, 13 and not 20.
So you both success for you, Matt, and Alex. What was both of yours?
22 and a 26.
So you both success on yours. So it's half damage for both of these sets of rolls.
That's a lot of
So
dice.
that one, that is, let's see, 9 points of damage on the first one. For those that save, it's half, rounded down. So that would be, what, 4. And the other one is much better at 15. So
Semirar
nice.
appears to be untouched.
I'm fine. This is what I do. I block for everybody.
All right.
Nobody
And
else
that
here.
is. So they are each 15 feet from you, in the at least away from the conga line, and we have one still on top of Bazim and Fiona. You were not targeted, so you were out of the range because I'm guessing you were not in the 15-foot cone.
No.
No, I
and-
think Fiona's by me.
No, where you were
Yeah.
when you first got attacked. Yeah.
So it is your turn.
Okay, so there is still a wolf in front of me, correct?
It's a little ways away from you because you were within whip range, but not on top of.
Okay. I'm going to. Okay. Would it be possible for me to use produce flame on the end of my whip and then use my whip as a fire whip for the next wolf?
That'd be cool.
No, because that's 2 separate casts.
Okay, I figured out it was worth a shot. Okay, so I'm going to use Thorn Whip at the other wolf.
The one that is currently biting. It's a little bitey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the other one's a little bitey. Yeah.
It's bitey, but I'm still up.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
So away you whip.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say, Bazim, you look a little. Oh, okay. That's not that bad. You look a little tasty today. You should tell these wolves they should be embrace the vegan side of things. And
Yes.
that is a 20 not nat.
Dirty 20 to hit. That's definitely a hit. Go ahead and roll.
Nice.
Okay. 2d6. 8
8 damage.
piercing
Nice.
damage.
All right, that wolf is starting. You see to show some wear and tear. Quite literally after a thorn whip.
Oh, I'm doing that. That's a good DM move instead of bloodied wear and tear. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Martha. You're up.
Shoot. Martha is going to continue doing what Martha would do, which is more of the stabby. I'll go over to the one that's eating my turtle friend.
Okay.
10 feet from it. And I I have to do that as an action. Okay, yeah, I'll just stab. She's not a very good paladin. Oh, okay. So that was a 2. That one's not gonna hit. And then a 11, 17.
17 hits.
Nope, 19. Still
19
hits.
still hits.
Yep.
Still hits.
And I will go ahead and smite this one. So that is 12 plus 17. Oh, and an 8. So the 25 total?
25 as the smite comes down.
Let go of him, please.
So is this a bladed weapon or a bludgeoning?
It is
I don't
a
remember.
bladed.
So as the smite and the blade comes down, you see it echoing with the. How do you want to do that?
Oh, I want to start at the mouth and just like cut it in half, but from like mouth to tail.
So it's a side slash.
Yeah.
As you slash
That is amazing.
straight through. Love it. So now there are just the two wolves that are facing the conga line that are all that are left. So you have one attack left still.
Do not eat us. And I will go ahead and I believe I can. Yeah, I mean I have 30 feet walking speed.
Oh, yeah.
I can get to one of them and
Yes.
stab.
Yeah. They're only 15 feet away from you, so.
Whichever one was
hit before?
Yeah, whichever one was hit. So that is a 24 to hit.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm kind of mad, so I'm gonna smite this one as well.
Okay.
So that is 12.
All spell slots must go.
23.
23 on this one. As the bladed smite comes down, you see another glorious blow on the wolf as it also see it's not quite dead, but you see a large gash on this one. That is Martha's turn. Pazim, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm gonna go walk the 15 feet to the one that is damaged, that Martha just damaged. Attack it with the flail. 9 on the dice. That's gonna be 16 to hit.
That hits.
That's going to be 6 bludgeoning first attack. Second attack, 24 total.
That hits. Roll damage.
Oh, finally rolled high. 9 bludgeoning on the second.
So 9 total.
Yep.
Sweet.
Oh, that was on the second with the 9. So the second had the 9 bludgeoning, and then the first. I think it's higher, right?
We did 6 on the first and then 9 on the second, so 15 total.
15 total, okay.
Sounds good to me. You are seeing that this after the big old gash and you said mace, right? Flail. So as the flail comes down and crushes, you see that the one leg now is not moving as you've crushed that shoulder joint. It's now walking on 3 legs. It is now showing considerable damage.
Okay, good.
So that is Levi and Smear. What would you like to do?
So there's both of the remaining wolves are wounded, but
one wolf is not. You still have one that has not been touched.
Well, I'll shoot the one that's wounded, and I can take advantage on it.
Yes, you do have an ally within 5, so you're fine.
But also I was hiding, right?
Correct.
So I get a attack. Crit.
Nice. He should have left his mic on to hear all that dice rolling.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't love all of that. So that's going to be 34 points of damage.
34 points of damage.
Stabby.
With your
piercing bow.
Shooty.
And how would you like to do this?
It's the same thing.
Basically just like put it through its eye and as it like ducks down. Yeah. And then I'm gonna.
The arrow is at the backside.
And then I'm gonna do like a spin around to the other side to like duck out of sight from this other wolf.
Okay, roll to hide.
And a 25.
Oh yeah, you are pretty sure you are hidden from the other wolf.
The elven cloak I've got is like totally camoed with like that white snowy background we've got going. Just look like a little snowbank.
All right, so that was that. Levi, what do you want to do?
Other glass, the fresh one. Oh dang. Okay. 24 and 25.
Both hit.
Nice.
Almost crits, I would guess.
And then crap on the damage, of course. So that is a 5 and a 7. So 12. Wait. Yeah, 12 damage.
12 points. Okay. You notice that the force damage, see the balls of force push back into the fur and knock it a little bit. All right, so that is that. See how well it does. Nope. Dang. All right, so the wolf that is left, seeing that its compatriots are falling around it, does not break. So now it will try an attack. I'm going to guess a... let's see, that is a... let's see, who would it be attacking? It would be attacking Martha for a bite attack, and it has a 16.
Bad dog. My AC is 16.
So that is a hit. For a whopping 2 points of damage.
Ouch.
So it took a little nibble on you.
Get off of me.
So that's the one wolf's turn. Fiona, since I only have one wolf left, it is your turn now.
Okay. I'm going to use some spells. So I want to do spike growth at the last wolf.
Okay.
Okay. So that one is just damage. The ground within a 20-foot radius is centered on a point. They have to do make a wisdom perception check against my spell save DC.
Okay. Perception check. That would be a 19.
I'm pretty sure that's going to pass. Where is it on my sheet? Oh, spell save 15. Okay, yeah. That gets it.
Okay.
That
so
sucks. It doesn't say.
it makes it difficult terrain if I make the save.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, there's no damage taken.
Okay.
Unless you fail it. Okay.
Alrighty. That is Fiona's turn. Martha, what would you like to do?
Sorry, I was being cleaned.
I saw that.
Okay, go away, Hammer. Okay, it's not looking great, right?
I mean, it's got a little couple of pokes in it. It doesn't look terrible.
Can I? Does the spike growth go away? Can I like go to?
It's difficult terrain now, right?
Yeah, it's just in a 20-foot range around it. I'm guessing you focused so the 20-foot didn't center on it. It kind of centered beyond it, so it was on the lip, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was how I was envisioning your cast, because you're smart enough not to cast it on your people.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't do that.
I am not, but thank you.
But you're smart in other ways, Martha.
I am so smart. I'm going to just do the... Martha has figured out smite. She is going to keep doing it. Well, poorly. 13.
13's enough. That does it for a hit.
And I just got a 1 on my damage dice, but I read my sheet and I get to re-roll that. And now it's an 8, so that would be
I love when that happens.
12. Wait, okay.
I find that I'm never that lucky.
8 and 5 is 13, plus 7 is 20. 27.
Gotta love Smite. 27 points.
Good lord.
Martha's like the most barbarian paladin ever. Smite's like
Yeah.
her rage. She's just going
Mhm.
at it.
Excuse me, I said don't eat us.
Okay. So is that everything for you, Martha, or do you have anything else?
I
A wolf's still alive.
This is the fresh one that you guys barely touched.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It says that I can no, but it's not anywhere near the turtle friend. Right?
No, this one isn't. This one hasn't. This one was the one that breathed on everybody.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I'll just maybe like make sure that I'm like I can move so that I would be flanking with whoever goes next.
Okay. Try and stay within. That works. Bezim, what would you like to do?
Since Marfa is flanking, would that be advantage or no?
Yes, it does give you advantage for flanking.
Okay. Thank you, Marfa. I will attack it.
Come on, crit. Come on, crit.
Yeah, come on.
Not a crit,
Bummer.
but a 19.
Hey, that ain't
19.
bad.
That works. That's a hit. Roll some damage die.
That's a good damage die, actually. That's going to be for the first 11 bludgeoning.
Nice. Do again.
Second attack. Oh, thank God. That's
Remember,
going
you
to
have
be
advantage.
I did. I rolled
Okay.
a little dice. That's going to be 19 to hit.
Okay.
Another 12
Wow.
on the dice.
that's
That is going to be a total of 20. Total damage is 22 bludgeoning. Both got 11s.
That's some of the best numbers you put on the board today. That's awesome.
Yep.
Sweet. You guys are after the couple of rounds you've put into it so far. You guys have noticed that the legs is starting to wobble and it's showing some major gashes and it's not looking very good.
It's not looking very good.
Growling at it.
All right. So we've been going with Smear is first.
All right. I will take another shot at this. Not a crit, sadly, but I'll take a hit. And that will be 20 damage with the bow.
20 damage as the arrow slams into it. Love it. You guys are wrecking face on this poor old wolf by himself. Levi, what do you want to do?
Other not 20. Yay.
Okay.
Nat 20, and then I got.
I'm suspecting that
hit too. 18 plus 27. All right.
Nice.
And then
double your damage and roll a normal. This could be it.
Oh, max damage.
Ladies and gentlemen, this could do it.
Yeah.
All right, so that is 20. Double the damage plus 24. Sounds right. Well, I mean, it doesn't. That's why I'm checking it. Nope, yeah. 24. 10. That's 34. And then, 32 damage. That's nice.
Ooh,
Wow.
Good.
Wow.
Nice.
Tell me how the Eldritch Blast does this.
Oh,
Is your Eldritch Blast like a frost,
yeah, it's
chunk?
like crackly, light blue, like almost like a frozen lightning comes out at them, and then just these things were gross, right? They were
They do
I
force
blast
damage, yeah.
all his blast. He blasted at me back in his face, and he freezes, and then his skull just shatters.
I love it. I like it. The force blast. He just kind of crumples into a pile of snowy ash in pieces. It's wonderful.
Try and freeze me.
All right, so you guys have taken down the small pack of winter wolves that have been around.